So there we go, we're live. Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday, the 5th of July. The 5th of July. I can't believe we are in the 7th month of the year already, and England is still in the World Cup. 8 teams left in the competition. Are we going to win it? Yes, we are. That is what I am saying. But for tonight, it is team training call night, and again we are joined with a very special guest. He is one of our own. I've been fortunate enough to work alongside this guy now for quite some time, and we got introduced, last year sometime. We've known each other probably over a year now. I can't believe it's been over a year. Yeah, it probably is over a year. And he's been an exceptional part of what we've done and what we've created over in the UK. He's kind of been our right-hand man, really. Everything that we needed at the beginning, he was there to do. He sorted out all of our problems, all our queries. He answered all of our questions. And he got us started. And, it's so good to have someone like this on our side. Anything that we ever needed, he was there. And it wasn't his job to do that. And I need to say that. That is not part of his roles and responsibilities. And what I've come to find with direct sellers is that there's so many people from a corporate standpoint of view that they help with so much more than what they're meant to do and what they get paid to do and what's in their job description. But they do it because they want everyone to win. They support us wholeheartedly. And this guy is, we spoke probably about 10 minutes ago on the phone, and he's such a great person. He's such a great friend. He's got an amazing family. He's doing amazing things for himself over in Vegas. And I'm honoured to have him on the call tonight. I really am. And, friendship goes a long way nowadays. There's a lot of people out there that, are only in it for themselves. And this guy really is, he's in it for everyone else. And Ross, I really appreciate your friendship. I really appreciate everything that you've already done for all of us. And on behalf of myself and Tara and Raz and the leadership team within the UK and everyone that's involved with direct sellers over here, I just want to say, thanks to everything that you've done so far. So with that being said, I am going to unmute this guy. There he goes. He's ready to go. Ross, can you hear me?
I can, Paul. Thank you so much, man. It's an honour to be here. I've missed all of you, honestly. It's been too long since I've checked in with everyone, and that's not a reflection of me not caring. That's just a reflection of things being crazy in the world of direct sellers. So I'm so happy to be back here, and I really just wanted to, talk to you guys tonight and hear from you as well. Hear any of the struggles that you might be having, because initially I think it was last year, right around this time actually, we came over to the UK and we were in Manchester. Paul, I think you just had surgery actually, but there was a few of us in Manchester for a launch night. And it's so funny to me because direct sales as an industry attracts a lot of people to it, but then we're all kind of like barracudas and we get excited by the next shiny thing, and it's easy when you've got hype behind you and we're in pre-launch phase and we're the fastest growing this, that and the other, and then normality hits. And then I think the people that stick around and stay committed to something like this, they're the ones who long term make it big. And famously, so many people have said it took 20 years to become an overnight success. And that's so true. My business, when I was a distributor in other companies, you're very rarely in that hyper growth momentum stage. And when you are, you've got to enjoy it and ride it as far as you can. But it's what happens when you're in the lulls. It's what happens when the challenges are coming from the industry, from your friends, from your family, and also sometimes from corporate. We don't always get it 100% right all the time. So our goal is to make your life easier, give you the tools to help tell the story, give you the promotions to make it something to talk about, all of these different things that we try and do to help build your business. And the ones that stick it out are the ones that ultimately are rewarded. I go to Eric Worre's GoPro event every year, pretty much without fail here in Vegas. And I've said this before, but it's so true. The people that are on the stage there making silly money, by the way, money that I honestly can't even comprehend, per month. They're the ones that have been loyal to a company for, you know, sometimes 10, 20. I think Jeff Roberti, I saw a recent interview with him. He's been with Juice Plus for 38 years. I mean, that's mind-blowing to me. I wonder how many lulls and how many corporate changes and rebrands and product shifts that guy must have been through. But he is the #1 earner, $84 million, I believe, in his lifetime through Juice Plus and direct sales. So it's one of them things where, like, I am totally to acknowledge that sometimes it's more difficult than others. And like I said, it's how we react to the challenges that are going to define us long term. But anyway, enough about that. I want to hear from a couple of you. I don't think, have I met Adrian before? Adrian, I don't think I've met you. And is that your wife, your girlfriend up there? I'd love to hear from you guys. Tell us a little bit about how you got started with direct sellers, who introduced you, and how you're finding it so far.
Hi, how you doing? This is Alex. She's
Hey Alex, how you doing?
Hi.
She's literally the boss of me anyway. She's the one with the brains.
I got you. I'm in the same boat, mate.
You know where we're going with this, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Alex and I met through network marketing about
how cool.
4 years ago.
5 years ago.
With Forever Living, and
okay,
helping him with some lead generation and stuff like that. Anyway, we ended up getting together last year, moving in together, and I was doing some LinkedIn training and actually met Paul through that. Now, I have a pub background, like a really strong pub background, so the wine thing kind of just really sort of leapt on me.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, and what's happened in this last couple of weeks is that we've really run with this. The change in sort of Alex's thing has been incredible, and for me as well. We're getting a lot of really great stuff with this, so it's just been really positive actually. So we're kind of just running hard with it.
The nice thing is we like wine.
Yeah, that helps, no doubt. It's so funny that, because it totally does help that you like the product and you're passionate about it. Cheers. But some of our earners, they don't drink wine, or they drink it like really sparingly, but they just understand that how consumable of a product it is, and they understand the worldwide appeal it's got. But it definitely helps to enjoy it, I think.
Yeah. It breaks the ice with a lot of people that I'm chatting to.
Definitely. Yeah, and what's cool is, and Paul and I were just talking about this, you know, we've had a fulfillment partner who most of you will know as Virgin in the UK for a long time now. And with that came some great opportunities, but also some big challenges. And I know that Paul and Kevin went and met with another potential distributor last week. And the opportunity for us to bring our exclusive brands that the US market has been getting and the Australian market has been getting, that the UK market needs to get that. And I think what that's going to do for you is that level of exclusivity is going to give you a great opportunity to talk about direct sellers in a new and exciting way, because it really is a case of, you want to try this wine, this is the only wine club that you're going to get to experience it. So there's a lot that we're doing, by the way, with those brands, with those direct sellers brands, you know, from website creation to making them standalone brands that people want. So like if they come across the Lazy Lab, for example, on Google looking for, you know, a nice Chardonnay or something, it's going to be able to tell a story as a standalone website, as a standalone brand. So there's so much. I mean, Paul, I know you say this a lot, but it's true. We're only just getting started. We are such a baby in this industry. And it's only going to get better. But Adrian, Alex, so good to meet you guys, and thank you for being with us. I love it.
Good, all good.
Yeah, we do.
Good. How's my friend Mark doing? How are you, mate?
Doing good, Ross, mate. How are you doing? Long time.
Very good. What's happening? What's happening in your neck of the woods?
Well, yeah, I've been struggling along a little bit. Obviously, you know the story of me moving back to the UK after living overseas for 22 years. So it's been a bit of a shocker that I've gone through trying to re-establish myself back over here. But I'm here for the long run. I realise now it's I love the company, I love all what you're doing and everything else. But it's going to take some time to grow and build up a network. You know.
Good, yeah, and believe me, we appreciate your patience. All of the patience of you guys is amazing, because one thing's for sure is we're not going anywhere. And the UK is a huge part of Kevin's plans. It's real close to his heart, actually. You all have probably met Anne by now, who is totally British, like Mary Poppins British. And he wants direct sellers to be, you know, a household name in the UK, just like Adrian talked about Forever Living. Forever Living has a huge presence in the UK, as does Juice Plus, as does like Utility Warehouse. A lot of these other companies that I remember from my time in England, but I don't think anyone's got anything as different as what we've got. It's just about getting it right logistically, helping you guys tell the story easier, and letting, you know, creating those conversations that are going to draw people into DC.
Absolutely, yeah. It's nice to see Kevin over here and Austin Zulaf on Saturday. So I was there at Denbigh's as well. So it's nice to catch up with those guys again as well.
Good stuff.
It's getting a little bit better every time, you know. The more I talk about it, I do a lot of network meetings every week, you know, 2 or 3 a week sometimes. And
yeah,
stick at it. The more I do it, the more I talk about it, get them more interest, and they really do believe it. But yeah, Utility Warehouse, all those guys, Herbalife, they're all around, and all sniffing around, going, the product, wine, wow, you know, wine. So
it's interesting, isn't it? Like, because I think when I moved out from the UK probably like 5 years ago now, like network marketing, I mean, it has somewhat of a reputation everywhere, but I feel like maybe in the UK now people are opening up a bit more to it. Is that just in my head? Like, what do you think?
It's getting a little bit better, yeah. I mean, I don't know, I probably wasn't here when it had a bad rap in network marketing. I never actually did it in the UK. I only started network marketing when I met you guys, you know, when I was with you and Matt. I started up in the US, which I got a really good feel about it. And I went to Eric Worrell's GoPro there, you know, 3 years ago. So sort of coming back, it's getting better. But you do hear the same sort of stories. Oh, it's a pyramid scheme. It's this, it's that. But, you know, it's definitely getting better. I mean, I'm not the greatest with social media, and it's all about social media. I'm an old house, you know, I'm 55 next month. So trying to get my head around all this social media stuff. I'm trying my best, but I'm not the best of it like Paul and the way that Raz do it and all that sort of stuff, you know. But I'm hanging on their curtails and I'm learning every day. So, and
good for you. I think that's what it's all about. It's just, you know, committing to getting a little bit better every day. And that's, you know, a lot of people talk about this industry. For me personally, this industry, I think, completely transformed me as a person, honestly, regardless if there was any money involved. It just, you know, it opened me up to authors and audiobooks and things that, like, I'd never even dreamed of getting into. And I think it gave me a level of self-awareness that helped me grow as a person. Definitely, I think I'm, you know, a better husband now than I could have been because of it. Hopefully I'm a better dad, better friend, all that stuff, because you know, your input defines your output. If you're just watching, like, my mum's the worst example for it, actually. All she does is watch the news. I mean, like, if I have a conversation with my mum, I feel like the world's ending every day. Every day. I mean, like, she's terrified of everything. And, you know, I just made a commitment to sort of only subscribe to things that are going to either make me feel happy or, just positive. Exactly. It sounds so cheesy. And so my mum sometimes says, oh, you've become a Yankee. Like, my mum always gives me stick because she thinks I'm, like, you know, drinking the Kool-Aid or whatever. But it's like, yeah, but mum, you wake up and you get worried, and I wake up and I smile. So, like, maybe I am, but it's an important lesson that I've learned for sure. And I think maybe there is a lot of mumbo jumbo over here, obviously, but you got to be real careful with what you're allowing to influence in your brain, I think.
Yeah, I banned the news. I don't watch news in my house anymore. The news channel comes, I just flick over to something else. I don't watch it.
Just match of the day, though, definitely.
That's it. Yeah. I'm loving the World Cup. Put a few pounds on drinking beer every bloody day. That's the trouble. So,
very cool.
Games to go, mate. And old Raz is full up that we're going to bring it home, but I'm not too sure after this week's performance on against.
We weren't great, but I think winning that penalty shootout, I think that would have done more for their character than if we would have just rolled over them like 2-3-0. Honestly, I think that penalty shootout sort of exercised a lot of demons and probably built those young lads a ton of character. Now they believe they can do it. So I'm actually happy with how it went, even though it was an awful game to watch. And when they got that equaliser, I was like, here we go again. You know, like, it was just unbelievable.
I went home for the penalties. I'm not staying here for the penalties. I've done this too many times.
Yeah, I know. It was horrible. But yeah, good to see you, mate. Anyway, Zoe, how are you? I think last time, Zoe, I saw you, were we in Bristol? I think we were in Bristol, weren't we?
No, it was Vegas.
Wait, Vegas was after Bristol? Oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah. Yeah, God.
I mean, it's going all right. I mean, it's all about sort of self-belief, self-confidence and everything else, but it's sort of getting out there, talking to people. And I mean, obviously being in the fitness industry and the wine industry, I mean, sort of, they do work together, but it's hard to try and get the two together sometimes.
No, I can understand that. I think the social aspect of it is probably your best bet there in terms of like who you meet, and when you develop a friendship who probably is like-minded in the sense that, you know, they have fitness goals and health goals and stuff, and obviously you got to eat clean and you got to train and stuff like that. Like, you go, well, how does wine fit into this? And I'm sure you know this. You can fit it in on a social level, on a fun level, different to what you're doing there.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, it's like with every client I've got, with every class I teach, I mean, I want to say it's all about balance. And I mean, life's too short. You've got to have that healthy balance as well. So, and I'm as honest as they come. I mean, my diet can be atrocious and I drink and stuff, but I work hard at the same time. And I think people sort of latch into that as well.
Yeah, very cool. Well, it's so good to see. And I think, you know, when I see people that have been with us for like a year now, what you guys are going to get, like almost every day, is the best version of direct sellers that's ever existed. You know, like that's the thing, is like the materials are getting better, the events are going to be better, you know, everything's just going to improve. So the fact that you're still here is incredible, because we've been through all of those challenges and those, you know, that first year struggle, but it's only going to get better. Well, I won't go around everyone, but if anyone's got any specific questions for me about what's happening about direct sellers or who I am or anything, I'd love to answer them. And Raz says, Ross is like a pint of gold top milk. Cheers, mate. Is that the good stuff? I hope it is.
Anthony, you've always got a question. Don't be shy tonight just because you've been out drinking this afternoon. What's your question for your dear friend Ross?
Oh my God, you don't really want to know this one.
No, I do. Go on.
No, Ross, you are absolute, mate. I've got to say, first of all, yeah, we've been together from the very beginning, and mate, you've been a diamond, and you always will be absolutely, in my eyes, the top dog in this. But I want to ask you, mate, as probably as a country there, where do you think, or what do you think that we should do to take it to the next level? Do you think we should talk more, or what do you think what we should do?
It's a good question, that, bro. And I tell you what, I think that we've got to do something as well corporately. I think we need to take a look at the first year, you know, with a real in-depth analysis, and look how many reps we introduced to the company in the UK, because I think right now, and Paul and I discussed this earlier, I'm not trying to be negative here, but I think we need to look at the PWL offering real closely, and the elite offering, because it seems like VIP customers, you know, and I'm really glad, by the way, that they introduced the customer acquisition bonus. So I think when you guys sign up a new VIP, I think you make like £18. But I want to see new brand partners coming into the UK, and I think you're only going to be able to do that if we put a little bit more value into that brand partner offering. So I'm totally aware of that situation. It's something that Kevin and Tanner are, you know, the discussions are very close to where I know what they're going to do. So we need to do something, but then what is it that you guys need to do? I think that you're doing all the right things. I think for me, network marketing is about creating a culture of something that people want to be involved in. That could be from like a community aspect or just a fun aspect. Like with wine, it really can be fun. Although you don't want to be like hungover every other day. But I think like the socials, I know Paul, you went and did a tour. I think you got to put on those socials, and also don't be afraid to meet people in coffee shops and talk about this just from an opportunity point of view. Yeah, it's wine and that's a great product, but a lot of people want to join network marketing. I would say probably 90% of people want to join network marketing initially to make more money. So if I was you, I would look out for who are those people that you think are the either natural entrepreneurs or somebody that could do with an extra 500 quid. My friend John, he got a question that the guy said, well, what do you do for a living? He was in Tenerife on holiday just a couple of days ago. He's in a different company. And he said, I help people make an extra 500 quid at the end of the month. And he said he signed up to distributors right there and then. And I believe him because I think that that's a great opening line. So I would say more one-on-ones, when you get to have those sort of more intimate conversations and connections with people, that's when the magic happens, which maybe isn't going to happen at like a wine tasting social, you know, where there's drink and cheese and everyone's having fun and stuff. Like, I get that. But for me, I'd be looking at trying to find running buddies, people who you can sit down with and go, look, let's make a plan here, because we know we've got the fast start bonus where I can make 80 quid. You know, you sign up one of them a week, then you're going to make 240 plus all the additional benefits in the comp plan. Now, is it easy to sign up one brand partner a week? Of course it's not. It's same as anything. It's easy to do and it's easy not to do. But I would say that if we get the PWL offering right, which I'm committed to doing that, then you guys have got to put more brand partners on the UK map. That's just the way it is, and it's not easy. I'm not trying to say that. I would just challenge everyone to set a goal and go after it like your hair's on fire, you know.
I don't think though, Rosso, there's actually, I feel a bit of momentum and a switch going on with the UK right now, and I feel as though this next, probably the cash grab July and what's going on, I feel as though that it's starting to happen, mate. I really do. I really feel that.
I've felt it as well. You know, from the stuff in the groups and things like that. Maybe it's the World Cup. Who knows? Like, you know, you can create any story that you want out of a story. Like, if a World Cup gives you a reason to, you know, link up with friends and have that conversation. If they ask, you know, what are you doing at the moment? And you can say something like, look, I'm still with the wine. Are you still doing the wine? You go, absolutely, I'm still doing the wine thing. In fact, we're about to go into our second phase momentum. You don't want to miss this. I think that, like, fear of loss, without being hypey and without being like bullshit, and, you know, I think that, like, fear of loss is a massive part of network marketing, because, you know, that's what everyone jumped over to cryptocurrency because they were worried about getting left behind. And then, like, cryptocurrency kind of like crashed. I'm not dissing on that at all. I'm just saying these things seem to happen because people don't want to miss out on stuff. And if your vision for direct sellers is anything like my vision for it, which is that it's going to be, you know, a hallmark company in the next 5 to 10 years, then you guys are positioned still in the first couple hundred reps that exist in the UK. That's the reality. There's less than 200 reps active in the UK. So you're in a great position, you know, when you talk about those companies, Forever Living, Juice Plus, that have been around for that long. Direct sellers isn't going anywhere. So it's a big opportunity for anyone who wants to take a serious look at it.
Ross, really appreciate that as well. And it just brings it back home on what you just said there, the fact that we are less than 200 people strong in the UK, where you can take this anywhere you want to take it.
Yeah, and with 200 people, by the way, I mean, honestly, you can change the world. Like, if you were to get together with even 10, 20 people, it's crazy what you could do from, like, a living room with phones and a laptop, and, you know, with a commitment to just, like, go at it hard, and just everybody makes lists and everyone holds each other accountable, and you have fun with it. You have those days of, like, listen, today we're going to get 10 customers in this group, and or today we're going to get 2 brand partners. I don't know who they are yet, but we're going to do it. What you'll do during those times is you'll not only get those results, but you'll also get so much better at telling your story and figuring out what works and what doesn't with regards to the direct sellers message. So there's so much that you can do with this, and I think, you know, it's just about planting your flag and digging in and just getting going.
Appreciate that so much, mate. I needed to hear that. Thank you.
So, let me see what Jerry said. I think the UK was obviously the first country to come on board, so pretty much a guinea pig. That's so true. And we've learned so much moving into other countries. Yeah, a better rap than the UK did because we've learned all those lessons. But the thing is, you know, we know what it takes now to build in new countries. We know what it's going to take to help the UK market grow and become a stable for a long life, and that's it. But Jerry, you're so right. Yeah, you're so right. We made some mistakes, we had some challenges, but we'll get there in the end, no doubt.
Ross, I've got a couple of questions for you before anyone else wants to jump in. One that I ask everyone from the corporate team. So, what would you say was the biggest reason for you coming over to direct sellers? Like, what got you excited the most about DC for you to kind of go from where you was to come over to where you are now?
Sure. So my background is I've done the corporate marketing for a couple of different network marketing companies, from like the social media to the video productions and helping with events and stuff like that. And direct sellers, it was actually PJ that spoke to me first about it. He spoke with Matt Morrow, who, Mark, you mentioned. He's a good friend of mine. And Matt told me to come and take a look at it. And to be honest, I'd been wanting a network marketing company for beer for the longest time. So when they did a wine one, I was like, okay, that'll do. No, but then the thing that really took it to like the next level for me, and I know how highly you think of him, Paul, is Kevin Ralston. Kevin, I'd worked with before at a company, and his level of integrity is something that like I aspire to. It's completely aligned with my beliefs, from the way that he handles professional clients to how he handles his family and fatherhood and husbandhood and all that stuff. So Kevin is someone that I really look up to. I have the utmost respect for him, and I also just believe in him, like to the ends of the earth. I just know for a fact that DC is in such good hands because of Kevin. So that was a big factor in terms of like taking my belief to the next level. And I just don't see it getting anything but better, honestly. I just see it like just lasting forever and growing stronger and stronger with better wines and a real great field. And I can't wait for the day that, we see direct sellers leaders up on those network marketing stages. I know Austin does things at the ANMP, but I want to see, you guys at GoPro and Zoe at the women's event. Like, I really believe that that's possible. It's part of my vision, and I think it'll come true.
Yeah, you've answered my next question. My next question is going to be, how good is Kevin? And I do, and I've said this on every single call that I've been on, and every
Harry Kane, mate. He's basically Harry Kane.
He is, yeah, just better looking. But he is. I mean, I was lucky enough to spend pretty much the whole weekend with him. I saw him on Saturday at Denby's. We had Sunday morning with him, so myself and Denny and Raz and Tara had breakfast with him, and we walked about London and we met up with Austin. And then Monday, obviously, I had the full day with him myself. And he's just a workhorse. He really is. I mean, we sat on the train on the way up to Burton from London, and I hardly said 5 words. He was literally like on his phone, like messages and emails and phone calls. And then he clocked in for his corporate call at the station. Just hearing him talk to the guy at the distribution centre and all these questions, and I'm just thinking, my God, this is such a huge operation. Like we think that we've got it like hard trying to get people involved as a VIP customer or as a brand partner, but the information that these guys were talking about was just unbelievable. And I'm thinking, well, this is just like one bit of what he has to do. This is just one country. He's got to do the same for Germany and America and Australia. He's got to sort out his corporate team. He's got to make sure the leaders are all right. And for me, it's just, I can't honestly think of a better person to be in charge of our company. I really can't.
No, I don't think there is one, honestly. I don't think there is one on the planet. I'm not just saying that, it's true. Kevin's not on this call. It's my honest belief about him. And I've sat in meetings with Kevin like you have as well, Paul. Like I sat in the original UK meeting when we were training our staff and things like that. And his attention to detail is unheard of. His professionalism and the way that he treats everyone with complete respect, no matter what their rank is or who they are in the company. And I think that's probably my favourite thing about him. He's just a good human being, basically. Yeah,
he is. He's a phenomenal guy, and like I've said to him, and I've said it to Tara, and I've like both of them when they're together. I trust him just as much as I trust Tara, and I really do. Like, I really mean that. And
was she all right with that? She didn't slap you or anything?
Yeah, she what?
I trust them.
She said she trusts Kevin more than me.
She's got a point. Hey Tara, who's that?
This is our nephew.
Oh.
You
Right, this is a very important call. Go away. Yeah, I mean, I had a call with Austin last night, and I can't, like, Adrian knows this, but I can't reveal what was said last night because I don't even think we're meant to know. But all I can say is what is coming will blow your mind. Ross, I'll tell you because you might know already, but it blows.
Tell everyone. I don't know. Tell us. I don't know.
I don't know if I'm allowed. I'll text you. I don't know if I'm allowed.
Okay.
Austin was just saying it last night, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is absolutely massive. So, you know, I agree with what Jerry said earlier. Like, kudos for us to stick in, and I've always said this, and I stick to my word, and I'll continue to say it for the people that do decide to walk away. Anyone that leaves this company will be making the biggest mistake and regret this for the rest of their lives. Like, for me, I believe today is 17 months, I think it is, 18 months in the business, maybe longer. But I joined on the 5th of December, so 8, 12, 20 months today. 20 months today I've joined the business. Am I a six-figure income earner? No. Have I got a luxury jet? No. Have I got a luxury yacht? No. Do I live in a mansion? No. But am I walking away? Hell no. Like, we've not started. Well, we literally have not started doing the things that we want to do. And for you guys that are on the call tonight, we're in for one hell of a journey with this because, you know, I believe, and I said this to Ross, we've got the best corporate team that any company could ever want. We've got the best founders that any company would ever want. We've got the greatest president that anyone could ever want. And with his wife and Tanner and Trillock, you know, Trillock was texting me at 4 o'clock in the morning, his time the other day, to make sure.
He's an animal. Bro, that guy is an animal. I mean, it's unreal. His work ethic is insane. I'm like, oh my God, it's 11 o'clock T, give me a break. And he's just like, no, we got to get this done. We got to launch this. And I love it. I mean, that's who you want, you know, driving your operations and your IT and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're just so good. They're all so committed. They're so hardworking. They love you guys. And yeah, I mean, New Orleans is going to be great. I know that not everyone will make it. I know that's a huge commitment, but I'm telling you, it's going to be so great. And if you can be there, please be there because, as you know, these events are not only fun, but there's going to be a bigger emphasis this time on business building. So what I mean by that is there's going to be a little less recognition and things like that. I mean, there's still going to be a bit. They're going to really focus on bringing in the people to give you guys the skills and the keys that you need to put on those brand partners, put those numbers on the board, like, you know, you see Nina doing and Austin doing and stuff like that. That's really what we want for everyone, not just for like the top 5, top 10 reps that you see on there all the time.
Has anyone got any other questions that they want to ask Ross? So, you know, this guy is an absolute legend. He's a superstar. He's one of our own. So
this guy's an absolute legend. This guy right there.
So has anyone got any other questions that they want to ask Ross while he's on?
Yeah, Ross, do you mind if I ask you a question just quickly?
Of course not. Yeah, go for it.
What's your favourite sort of lead generation thing? Because my thing is LinkedIn, and now Alex is in, and we talk to a lot of great people. Where's your go-to place where it kind of makes your heart sing and you go, oh, I'm going to talk to you?
Lead gen, do you mean online or just anywhere?
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, for me, I used to build my business online. So Facebook was pretty much the only one. You know, I'm not a distributor as such anymore, but I do help a bunch of different companies and people with lead gen. And we usually go with Facebook. So that goes from, like, you know, creating your custom audiences to doing the creative and setting the budget, all that sort of stuff. It was always Facebook. And I think that Facebook got hit really badly with the data thing recently, and they had to actually introduce like a bunch of new policies that I think is going to make it more difficult for lead gen on Facebook. I haven't used LinkedIn. I've heard LinkedIn is brilliant. What I mean by I haven't used it to try and develop leads. Do you have that premium LinkedIn that's like $60 extra a month or something. Tell us about that. What is that?
I took the trial for a month, which was kind of, I think it was 40 quid a month. And to be honest with you, I can get in touch with people that looked at me that I wouldn't have normally known, and I've messaged them and they've looked at the opportunity.
Right. That's really cool. I think that, you know, the more people that you can get into a conversation with where you send them something, maybe that's the UK animated overview video, or maybe it's like an opportunity video. In fact, it is the one that you would consider for the UK. Is there a great overview for direct sellers in the UK? I mean, I should know this, but I'm a little bit out of touch. Has anyone done one?
We need
Not
to,
really, no.
We need to get like a UK-based overview. To be honest,
Yeah.
Use our opportunity calls on a Monday. I mean, I recorded the opportunity call that we done this Monday. I don't normally record them because it's, you know, I say the same things every week. But it would be good to have a short 3-4 minute British overview. I mean, whether your guys in the office can do one, because I know you work with a couple of British guys over there. Just, you know, something similar to what they've got in the States, but in a British accent. Because, you know, as you know, when a lot of Brits listen to an American overview, they think it's, you know, all the Yahoo, Bazamataz.
No, definitely. There is a disconnect straight away. I think that we have the original animated overview in a British accent, but I think that we kind of need to move our messaging forward now to kind of like that whole direct sellers 2.0 thing, you know, like the post Kevin, the focus on the wine, and then the sort of integrity behind the opportunity, that sort of thing. I know for a fact that we've been working on a compensation plan overview video, but I think an opportunity one would be great too. So I'm glad that you asked me that, Adrian, because it got me thinking about that's a tool that would be super helpful for everyone, be it Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or whatever you preferred social media, or even something that you can just text to someone, just like, you know, and all it has to be, I don't even think it has to be 3 or 4 minutes, Paul. I think it could be like 2 minutes, but it's an invitation to either join a call or get on a call with whoever sent it, just to get a little bit more information. So it kind of just does like a very brief opportunity and product overview. And then it's like, hey, if you're still interested, jump on this opportunity call or give us a call.
Well, with LinkedIn, everybody's open because generally the average person on LinkedIn is earning an executive wage of $100,000 a year. So they're open to opportunities. So it's a really great place to go and just go, let's talk business.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, if that's working for you, Adrian, definitely just keep smashing that. That sounds great, and we'll do our best to get you the tools that will help you with that.
Awesome.
Cool. Good question.
Any more questions for Mr. Ross George? Has anyone got anything else? No.
Paul, I think they want you to tell them what Austin told you last night, but I mean,
I don't want to get into that. I'll tell you what, if anyone wants to know, message me and I'll reply.
Spill the beans, Paul.
No. Gilly, come on, tell us, Gilly.
No, Anthony, go to bed. You've had far too much to drink. Go to bed. No.
All right, guys. Well, it's been so good to catch up with you all. I really, honestly appreciate you so much. Stick with us. We're not going anywhere, and we're only getting better. I promise you that. So thank you so much for your time. Paul, keep doing your thing. Keep leading everyone. Give them the information. Keep the calls super consistent, and it's going to happen. It only takes a couple of people to create magic, you know?
Yeah. No, Ross, I just want to, like I said at the beginning of the call, I really do appreciate everything that you do for us, everything that your team does for us as well. You've got a great little team growing over there. Can't wait to see you guys.
These guys over here. They're all British, by the way, just so you know. He's from Bournemouth.
You guys in New Orleans.
He's from Essex. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know why. I think, like, for whatever reason, I'm like a British magnet over here in Vegas. So, like, I just end up, I've got no American friends. It's just all Brits.
Right.
But,
after this cash grab then. So, I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot I've been thinking about it a lot over the last like 24 hours and how I can simplify it. And I put it in the chat group earlier. If you go out and get 3 business partners, and if you go out and get 3 VIP customers, and you go out and help your 3 brand partners get their 3 brand partners, that then unlocks the door for them to go and do it, you've then earned yourself an extra £1,500 a month, or if you're in America, an extra £2,000 a month. Keep it simple. You know, you do not need to go and find 10 or 20 people like yourself. Go out and find 3 new brand partners. Once you've done that, work with them and let the magic happen. We have got 26 days to get after this. And for those of you that are on the call that want to go to New Orleans, that wish you could go to New Orleans, get this done and dash your money. Like, I'm in this like big time. Like, last month was a bad month for me. You guys know that. It was a real bad month, but my head's back in the game. I'm more fired up than I've ever been. I know what's coming. We've got some great announcements coming in New Orleans that, again, is going to help us in a massive way. The exclusive wines are now being shipped. They're on their way to the UK from the US. So we're going fully exclusive. That's happening 100%. So the excuses are going to start having to go out the window. Like, we've got something on our hands here that can literally change our lives forever. But it's down to us to work as a team, to work collectively, to get on as many 3-way calls as we possibly can, to have as many conversations as we possibly can, and to help as many people as we possibly can, because we know it works. We know that wine works. We know that we've got a great compensation plan. We know that we've got a great corporate team. We know we've got great founding members. We need to go out there and make it happen. So when we talk about short-term sacrifices for long-term gains, 26 days. Yes, England are playing on Saturday, but what can we do for the rest of tonight? What can we do tomorrow? What can we do then on Sunday and Monday and Tuesday? And if England play again Wednesday night, we've got all day Wednesday to get what we need to get done. Like, I'm fully committed to what we need to do to get this done. I'm going all after it, and hopefully everyone on this call can get after it as well. Because if we can have a productive July, guess what? August is going to be great. So is September, so is October, so is November, so is December. And the numbers will keep continuing to grow and grow and grow. So that is it. Ross, thank you, my friend. Love you to pieces. Best wishes to your gorgeous wife and your beautiful baby. We're going to be back on Monday night for our opportunity call at 8:30. Hopefully by then, England will be in the semi-finals of the World Cup. If we're not, I may not be on the call. Joking, I will be on the call. So use me as much as you need to. Let's get this call done. Let's get this done, and let's have some fun. So enjoy the rest of your evening, people. Have a great Friday. Come on the England on Saturday, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Cheers, guys. Good night.